Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. We have plenty to talk about, so let's get right into it. Micah, you went and saw a live event. That's why you're dressed all with a collared shirt.
Yeah. I had a blue blazer on. It was nice. Trying to be fancy. Yeah. Well, not that one.
Isn't that a wrestler?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Never mind.
Anyway, happier things. I went to the local community college and I watched a sit-down interview with Giancarlo Esposito.
That's how you say his name, right?
That's how he pronounces his name. And that guy's amazing, man. Like, that guy is like, you go to something like this, you hope that like the guy is not an asshole,
right?
Because like he's a guy that you could admire, right? You hope he's not an asshole. He's not. He's actually a really, really nice guy. He's actually really animated. He's very, very animated. Like, he's the exact
I've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's the exact opposite of Gus Fring. Like, he's
bugging out.
He is way closer to bugging out than he is any other character. He is a New York dude, yo. Like, he wasn't born in New York, but he spent his younger years in New York. That dude is just a down brother, right? Like, he is always looking sharp. He's a phenomenal actor. He would talk about so they asked him about some of his roles, and he went down. He discussed things like, everybody wanted to know about Gus Fring, and he goes into his process of how he tried to come up with the character, and how the character was only supposed to be there for 1 or 2 episodes. But it was so good that like they made him the villain of the piece, right?
Yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And how he didn't necessarily want to come back for Better Call Saul because like he didn't want to revisit the same character. But he had enough sway and he had enough pull where he could just kind of come in and just kind of do some things. And they were just like, as long as you come in here and do this, you could do what you want. And it was like, oh, that's pretty, and because it was all about like taking your power back. You know what I mean? He had a little anecdote about Michael Mann and how he cursed Michael Mann out once for leaving him in his trailer for 9 hours without like anybody checking in on him, telling him, "Hey, come on to work." For Ali.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, yeah, and I came in there and I cussed that guy out, and he was like, "Are you done?" It was like, "Yeah, I'm done. Let's go to work." And then they shot the scene. It was pretty funny, man. He talked about Gus Fring not Gus Fring, Moff Gideon, and he talked about how it was difficult working in doing theater and working on television and movies are very, very different, right? Like if you're in a play, like he's like, you got to respect the writer, the playwright, right? Like this is their Bible. Don't come in there and start like improvising and stuff like that, because like it's your job to transfer what the playwright has on, transfer it on stage, right? And movies are very different, right? He said, movies used to be a director's medium, right? Like the director had like carte blanche to mold things the way they wanted. You get the script from somebody. The writer's not there because like we bought the writer's script. Like we don't need you, right? So the director can change whatever they want. He said now it's kind of a producer's medium where the producers are like in the director's ear saying, "Hey, we want you to do this. Tell the actors to do this," right? And then the director's like, all right, so that explains all those goddamn Sony Spider-Man movies, right? Because it's like, and he said, trying to find Moff Gideon was difficult because Disney, they give you a script and everything is redacted except for some of the shit that you have to say.
Oh
right?
wow!
So it's like because they don't want any leaks or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, it's incredibly difficult to try and find that character. So he used he went to talk to his friend Jimmy, and his friend Jimmy, the guy that played Darth Vader. I was like, oh shit. James Earl Jones. Like he was just like, yeah, I talked to James Earl Jones to try and figure out like how to make this, right? Because he's like, I want to be this new Darth Vader. I want to be this badass Darth Vader, right? So I want to try and he was like, I took all the villainous characters that I had and I took Peter Cushing's portrayal and he was like, I wanted to kind of make it like what Peter Cushing was doing, except active, right? Like I want him to be able to do shit. And he said the only reason he took that role because he said John Favreau approached him about it. He was like, "Man, I got a role for you, but I can't pay you yet because we gotta pay for the volume, right?" And he's like, "I got you next season, but like I really want you in it. I can't really pay you. I'll do whatever you want." And Esposito was like, "I want to wear a cape." And it was like, done. You can wear a cape, bro. It's like, he said he got that cape.
Awesome.
He said he got that cape, and he was just like, because he's very much like, life is short, man, and I want to. You got to have fun. You got to play around with it. And he was like, I put that cape on. I felt like a badass, man. He was just standing in the mirror, looking at himself, swishing the cape around and shit. Like, he was a really cool dude, man. He's a really cool dude, and I won't go on too long, but I brought this conversation up because we talk about it all the time, and it's not just us guys. It's not just us listening, customers, right? Shout out to my father. He talked about representation. And when the black people there heard that, they were hooting and hollering, and that got him going, man. That got him. He stood up. You would have thought he was a fucking Southern Baptist preacher. He was going around, and he was just like, but he talks about how very important it is for you to see yourself in something, because if you don't see yourself in something, you don't think you can be that. And we say it all the time, man. Like, it's not just some fucking DEI bullshit. It's not just some shit that all the niggas are complaining that they don't get roles and shit. Like, nah, yo, like you gotta be able to see yourself in these things if you ever want to dream about doing them. If you don't know that you can, you won't.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely true.
And so, man, it's look, Giancarlo Esposito is he's a phenomenal actor. He seems like a really great guy, and go watch a movie with him in it. He's been in a billion of them.
Right, and he's always good in them, always.
Right, and he's always good in them. But yeah, this was a pleasant surprise. My wife told me, she said, "Look, you need to get out the house because I can tell that me and the boys are getting on your nerves. So I bought you these tickets." I know you like this guy.
Just
go out, get away from us. You'll feel better when you come back. And she was right. So shout out. Thank you to my lovely wife, black woman, always looking out for black men. Even when they're telling you to get the fuck out. Yeah. It's for your own good.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, next up, I watched Alien Romulus. I like this movie, but I am going to agree with Terrence. I didn't like the way that line was delivered. It did not hit the ear right as it was.
What do you think about that last 20 minutes as a whole, honestly? After the line. It's been long enough.
I like we can spoil it. I liked it fine. I'm very interested in the idea of them. Like, are they moving away from the xenomorph as the thing? Are they going to sort of deal with this engineer type xenomorph hybrid
thing?
Yeah, I don't know. It was creepy as fuck looking.
As a person in a suit, right?
Okay.
Have you seen the person?
No, and I'm going to try not to be a dick. My neighbor is a very tall, thin white guy. He kind of has the same build. It was just hilarious. I was like, oh, I know that guy. He's very nice.
The guy was like 7'8" or some crazy shit like that. That's in the actual. It's a practical effect.
Yeah, I mean, it was
it's impressive, but I was just like, this is just makes me very uncomfortable.
Throw him out the airlock. But yeah, I mean, I thought some of the sort of action moments were pretty creative. I liked the gravity, like anti-gravity gravity moment. I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, overall, if you had just, I think that line was like, it's bad. Like it just, I mean, the line in and of itself is not bad, but the way it's delivered under the circumstances doesn't make sense whatsoever. But I liked the android. I liked the main character. I thought she was good. So I liked their relationship. It was a brother sister kind of thing, which was interesting. All of the sort of the ship crashing into the sort of the ring of the planet or of the moon that they were near, that effect as it was like slowly being destroyed as all this other shit is happening. I thought that was very cool. Like overall, I thought Freddy Alvarez did a really, really good job with Romulus. I definitely want to see where it goes next. So that was kind of dope. But I hope that they don't start transitioning this idea that the monster are no longer xenomorphs, and that they start doing this whole thing. Like it was cool to like have that, and I understand why they did it. But I would like them to just transition back to the normal xenomorph villain. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of xenomorphs in this movie. I
actually really like the way the xenomorphs look in this movie. They look really cool. Those were also like all practical.
I was gonna say they look more like the original than just a CGI kind of thing, like in Prometheus.
They had the smooth heads because James Cameron, he put like the bones and the spines and shit in their head, which they look amazing. I love the fucking aliens and aliens, but like, yeah, he took it back to Alien.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that. I mean, I also am forever disappointed that young people just don't know how to read a situation. Hey, my girlfriend's trapped behind this locked door, and there's a giant alien in there. Why don't we open it to get her out? She's gone. Just turn around and walk away. Just open the airlock and walk the fuck away. No, we can save her. Oh, she got stabbed. Shocking.
Yeah.
Was it his girlfriend, or was it like a wife or something like that?
It was like his girlfriend.
Oh well, no, get out of here.
Wait, which one? Wait, hold on. Which one? Which one?
The pregnant one.
I can't remember.
The pregnant one.
And who was trying to save her?
Like the one dude, he got when the alien
the one that died. Okay, there's something in the fucking water. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Or like, all our friends are locked in this other area, and there's a bunch of face huggers. Well, I'll speak very highly of you at your funeral. I'm not opening that.
Yeah. Not for no girlfriend. Get the fuck out of here.
No, this was like at that point the face hugger shit was just their buddies. I'm like,
they're homeboys.
Peace, nigga. Good day.
No.
Get out of here. And like they did the thing, and you probably saw it in the trailer where they had the face hugger grab up against the guy's face, and it was like trying to put the tentacle in his mouth. He's like, no, like get the dick out of my mouth. Like that scene is fucking hilarious. It's just really funny. He's just like, no.
Yeah, that's the first time you ever seen it.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Yeah, because
that's probably on purpose, right? Like I got to imagine that's on purpose.
I mean, but that was kind of the point of the original, was this idea of like sexual violence, right? Like this forced pregnancy.
Yeah, the original movie is all about like sexual assault, honestly.
Yeah. So like this thing is just like, this dude's like, no, I don't want it. They were like, no, you take it. It's like, it was just kind of wild. And then that other woman is not so lucky, the Asian woman. And that shit was fucked up. Like they're like, oh, she should be okay, and the robot's like, I don't recommend that. Like I recommend you put her behind.
He was like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, his entire programming was, dude, I told you. Like the whole time, he was just like, what did I say?
I thought those digital effects were terrible.
For the other end
with Rook, yeah, I thought they were terrible.
Yeah, no, they were not.
I was like, what the fuck is that? It looked like a fucking It looked like a face from fucking like Goldeneye. You know, it's just flat face.
Yeah.
It was like
It was really bad.
it was like bad Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Like it was odd. Like that was surprisingly not very good. But overall, I thought like the storytelling and stuff like that was pretty good. Like I dug it. I was kind of happy when some people died. I was like, good. Fucking get these numbers down. Like there's a lot of people making poor choices here. Like get the fuck out of here. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
I did enjoy the fact that like we had one of the best Scream Queen screams I've seen in a very long time with what's her name? With the girlfriend. When the chest burster blew out of the Asian chick's chest.
Oh yeah.
That was a great scream, man. That was an amazing scream.
I would have screamed like that too. Like Jesus Christ. And like they did a really good setup for that, right? Like they had that X-ray device that you could see through the human body.
Shit.
And she was like, oh, my chest. And then she fucking holds it behind her back and you see the thing. And then you hear her ribs cracking as it's like coming through her chest. I was like, we get it. Like, I kind of fucking got it. Jesus Christ. Just get it over with. But yeah, those movies are fun. But like all the tech and stuff like that was like dirty as fuck and everything else, which is like perfect, pitch perfect alien shit. So yeah, I dug it. I thought it was fun. Comic book I read, and I'm reading another one actually right before the show too. I read Absolute Batman because I saw so many people talking about it, and you know what, Terrence, I think you would enjoy this comic book. To be honest, like look, so here's the premise. This is an alternate universe. This is the Absolute universe for DC. It just started, and this version of Batman, he's 24 years old. He's like from a working class family, right? Like he's not rich at all. But he's highly intelligent and all this other shit. And his dad was killed in like a random mass shooting, right? Like they went to the zoo and like somebody just like opened fire and killed his dad. His mother is still alive, right? He lives with his mom. And he just like he's an engineer. Like so he kind of like works construction and shit. And just trains and all this other stuff. But he's also smart. So he's like worked at all these different places around Gotham so he can learn about all these different systems, right? On purpose. And all the while, all of his closest friends, because he grew up in Crime Alley, all of his closest friends are all the classic villains, right? Like Harley Quinn, Penguin, all this other stuff. Like they're referenced by somebody else. I think it's Killer Croc, who's just like a wrestler at this point, right? And he's just like, hey man, like you got to come out to the poker night. Like Harley's going to be there, Penguin's there, and also like so they're not villains, but they're like his crew of fucking friends, like his tight knit group.
Are they just like nicknames?
Yeah, they're just their nicknames
that he has with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you haven't seen them yet, but so they're all his friends, and like he's taking on this sort of like group of like wild like vigilantes who are like killing everybody, like kids, everything, right? There's a lot more cursing and stuff like that in this one, which is interesting. He's a fucking badass though. Like he still doesn't kill people, but he's definitely more brutal than the classic Batman. Like his emblem on his chest, like he's going to take on these guys. And this one guy's like, I'm going to fucking like, you know, kill you or whatever. And he's like, all right, bet. And he pulls out this handle out of his pocket, and it has like a vice grip on the end of it. And he pulls the emblem off of his chest. It's a fucking axe, and he cuts the guy's hand off. And he was like, yeah, the hospital is like to the south or east or whatever. I don't really remember. You should probably run if you want to get that thing reattached. Like he is brutal as fuck. His ears, like the ears on the cowl, are actually knives, like that he pulls out and uses. Like it's some dope shit. Like it's actually pretty fun. And like the whole idea of him being like a regular guy versus like a rich corporate billionaire
right.
is interesting. And then there's some other stuff that gets kind of laid out for like at the end. I think you would actually enjoy it. Like it's actually fascinating. I'm reading Absolute Superman right now, which I'm about halfway through. It seems like his parents, this is before Krypton explodes, if it does. His parents are like, they're not scientists either. Like they show them like working on a Kryptonian truck or something. Like they're just like farmers. So it's kind of
the working man.
Yeah, like that's basically what they're just role reversing it. Like, maybe they work at Broken Skull.
That's actually kind of dope.
Ranch. Yeah. It's an interesting
Broken
perspective.
Skull IPA.
Yeah, that's right. for the working man.
Yeah. They need to do that with Batman, especially now. Right? Like we don't need a billionaire dispensing his own brand of personal justice to the downtrodden. Like
all I'll say is it just so happens that his arch nemesis happens to be the billionaire of the story.
Well, yeah, okay.
Hey, look, yeah. I'm all for it now. Yeah. I might read that, and I don't read a lot of comic books, if any. But that sounds very intriguing to me.
Yeah, and the violence is it's like pretty good. Like the dude is just laying niggas out. There's like, it's funny. Alfred Pennyworth is in it as well, and his role is very different than you would imagine. So yeah, absolute Batman. So far, so good. Terrence, you watched The Apprentice. I'm very interested to hear about
I did. I watched it before the election.
Yeah. I'm going to need a couple of weeks before I want to watch anything about this piece of shit.
Right. I watched it, I think I watched it like Saturday night. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's just basically, this is Donald Trump origins, if you will.
Or orange?
Oranges? Oranges. This takes place in the 70s and the 80s. And this is basically him meeting Roy Cohn, who happens to be one of the worst people in history.
That's great.
And he basically jacked his whole entire swag from this guy. So everything that you know about Donald Trump, him never admitting defeat, him never admitting he's wrong, just being an asshole, just being an overall dickhead, came from this guy. Like in the beginning of the movie, if any of it is true, which I'm assuming some of it has to be, I'm not going to say all of it is 100% accurate, but he seems like a sympathetic character in the very beginning of the movie. Seems like a normal human being, right?
Yeah.
He's in his like late to early 30s. He's just trying to like impress his father. His father's a millionaire. His father runs this fucking he's basically a slumlord. And he meets this guy. He meets Roy Cohn, and all of a sudden, Roy Cohn is like, "These are my 3 or my 5 rules. Like you never admit defeat. You stay aggressive. Even if you lose, you win. Never." It's just these fucked up things to prove that like you're a man type shit. Meanwhile, Roy Cohn was gay. Like, not to say that you're like not a man when you're gay, but he was a gay man, right?
Right. Yeah, the straight man machismo.
Yeah, that whole straight man. He had to overcompensate in public because, and he was like a homophobe. How the fuck does that work? You know what I'm saying?
Like,
but
keep the heat off.
Yeah, it's the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, man. So that was illegal to be gay in this country up until 2004, some shit like that. If you didn't know that, people, it's fucking insane.
Give it time.
Yeah, well,
no kidding.
We're moving backwards. We're not going back.
Yeah, we are.
We are. Right. But no, it's pretty good. Like Sebastian Stan was unsettling as Donald Trump, and Jeremy Strong as Roy Cohn is basically the star of the movie. If you look at interviews of Roy Cohn, he gets him to a T with his tics and everything. His voice pattern, his speech pattern. It's good. It's well shot. It's weird because it starts in the 70s. And it looks like it's shot on like 35 millimeter film, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's got like this film grain to it. But once it gets to the 80s, it looks like you're watching a VHS tape.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's kind of interesting how the director, Ali Abbasi, I think his name is, does it. It makes it a little bit more interesting. I don't recommend watching it because Donald Trump is in it. Because it's about Donald Trump, to be honest with you. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It's a very good movie, but like, wait a while. If you were interested in watching the movie and you're not a Donald Trump fan, maybe not watch.
I feel like if you are a
is.
Donald Trump fan, like, it's not necessarily kind to him.
It's not. Here's the interesting thing. It's not. It's almost like the Vince McMahon documentary. They called that a hit piece, right?
Right.
I mean, the movie's not very kind to him, but this is who the fuck he is. Like, you can see this nigga every day on television. It's who he is. I mean, he did assault his wife in one scene, so that wasn't.
She wrote that.
Good,
she wrote that in a book. So
yeah, she wrote that in a book. So yeah, there was that one sexual assault scene in the movie. But aside from that, like, it's just him. Like, it's just him. He got sued. Him and his father got sued for discrimination. And again, he took Roy Cohn's advice. He got sued, but he countersued, right? And the countersuit was in litigation for like 3 or 4 years. And they ended up settling. He lost, but he never admitted defeat, right? And by the time they settled, it was out of the news, so it didn't matter at that time.
Right.
That's what he does. He's just like, oh, I didn't do that. No, I didn't. That's false. No. You're smarter than everybody else, but like, when someone does something that you don't like, I've never heard of Tony Hitchcock. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Oh, I'm smarter than the generals. I'm smarter than the doctors. I'm smarter than such and such. I know more than this. I'm not more than that. As soon as something is false, as soon as something is fucked up in his orbit, never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about. What? that's what he was taught, and that's basically how he's run his life for the last 45 years. And it's pretty fucked up, and it works. And now that nigga's about to be president again. Good movie, though. I will say it is a good movie. I can't take away from the movie, but like, fuck that nigga for life. I think you're muted, Micah.
Yes, you are.
All you have to do is have no scruples, and you can just get whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a lot of money while doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I recommend the movie? It's good. But like, if Sebastian Stan is very good as a young Trump. Like, if you watch young Trump interviews, he's pretty spot on. Mouth, the face. I don't know if he had prosthetics on or what, or if he gained weight for the role, but he was pretty fucking convincing as Donald Trump.
Quiet as it's kept, he's one of the best actors.
He really is.
That got sort of discovered in the MCU. Like, he really is.
There's another movie that he's in, A Different Man, that I'm going to watch.
I heard that's very, very good. I really want to see it.
I'm watching them. But it's a good movie, but like, again, considering the climate we're in, I can't recommend it. Like, if you want to need a good movie,
weeks before,
watch it. But exactly, yeah. So yeah, but it's good.
All right,
I can't take away from the movie being good because he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
No, that's fair. All right, Micah, take it away.
I will share a message that Jay sent me here on this N7 day. Never has there been a more roller coaster of emotion for a headline. Mass Effect TV series in the works at Amazon from Fast and Furious 9 writer.
Yikes.
Boom. I'm so excited. Oh, Amazon, that's great. Oh, come on, man. Like,
oh, God damn it. Daniel Casey is set to write and executive produce the adaptation. Karim Zrek, whatever, will executive produce under his Cedar Tree Productions banner with Aria Rod.
Oh, fucking come on, man.
And
how did he get attached to it?
And EA's Michael Gamble, also executive producing. Exact plot details are being kept under wraps. All right. And then the article goes and talks about awesome. Mass Effect, the game. Casey most recently worked on the screenplay for F9, the Fast Saga. He's also known for his work on films like the sci-fi drama Kin, and did rewrites for 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That was a good movie, actually.
All right.
That's one.
All right.
Kin, was that an action movie? I think that came out maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
I know.
2018. Oh, it was a Netflix. I think it was a Netflix movie, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it? Oh yeah, okay. It was like a futuristic. Maybe it wasn't Netflix.
Zrek was previously an executive at the now defunct Marvel Television Unit under Jeff Loeb. During his time with Marvel, he served as an executive producer on hit shows like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Punisher, and Legion, among several others. And Arad has previously produced adaptations of the games Borderlands,
Christ, dude.
Uncharted,
Jesus Christ.
and Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
All of those did really well at the box office, if I recall.
He also served as an executive producer on Iron Man, Ghost Rider, and the Blade Sticky Fingers.
there was
Blade.
Sticky Fingers.
The funny thing is, in this episode of the show, of our show, this is somehow only the second. This is second to the other writer who we talk about later on, and we're going to go through that person's work, and then you're going to be like, oh, so this isn't so bad comparatively.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
We'll get there.
So, look, Mass Effect is one of the few games that I play every year, and I love all three of those games. Look, everyone.
There's four of them.
I love all three of those games. I don't hate the fourth one, but I love all three of those games, and I'm just very curious what they're going to do with this. Right? Like, are they going to tell a story in the world? Or are they going to try and adapt the games? I think the first game has the best and easiest story to adapt, but 2 is the one that broke the mold, and 3 is the one that looks the best. But look, I'm still excited.
Why?
I'm cautiously optimistic. That you shouldn't lead with that F9 thing.
Yeah, you really should have kept that.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, no.
Like, Jesus Christ. But we shall see. No word yet on when this is coming out, but I will undoubtedly have a lot to say about it.
All right. I mean, look, I will give you this. A Mass Effect series, that sounds interesting to me. I've not played the games, but like I know some of the lore and stuff like that, and I find it interesting. It being on Amazon, that's a positive. Like, Amazon does a really good job with their adaptations for the most part. Everything else is
right. Like,
it's the biggest problem with this potential series is all of the people working on it. So that's not so bad. It's everyone actually making it. So yeah, all right.
Like Mass Effect is like an action-packed like Star Trek, right? It's more Star Trek than Star Wars. So I'm God, man, I don't like I'm worried about the game, right? I'm worried about Mass Effect 5. I'm worried about this show. This is not the news that I want to receive on Mass Effect Day. But hey, we'll see.
I don't know.
like if Mass Effect goes the way of fucking what Dragon Age, it's gonna be like be like Call of Duty, nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Is that not good? Is the new?
I mean, considering it's a fucking RPG, no.
No, it's not. It's we'll see. We'll see. It'll be like Call of Duty.
I've seen Vanguard. It look like fucking Devil May Cry, bro. What the fuck is all this gameplay?
The gameplay is wild, because it's like,
what is it called? Dragon Age what?
Veilguard, the Veilguard, and it's like I'm trying to give the art a pass, but like I met a character that was previously in Inquisition, and I'm like, yo, what did they do to you? Why do you look like that? Like, oh God, like no direct no one-to-one comparisons, guys. You should not include any of the previous characters from this. And then I'm doing combos, nigga. Like I'm doing like
like juggle combo.
I'm doing juggle combos, yo. I'm doing like light, heavy combos and shit. Like it's so
Like,
different.
the funny part is, I would probably like this game, honestly, because I love fucking action.
It's so, but it's not like an in-depth action game, right? Like you'd be mad because it's like a half-baked action game. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Just like that fourth Mass Effect game that we don't acknowledge is fine. This one's fine. I don't know what it is about fours in with BioWare, but they're not doing it right.
Sad.
Anyway,
right.
Whoopi Goldberg says Sister Act 3 script needs readjustments after Maggie Smith's death. Look, I am very sad that
I didn't.
Yeah,
a third one. I mean,
I was gonna say that I think this is the third one. I didn't know this was happening. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm very sorry that somebody died.
Yeah, Damon.
Yeah, I don't know if I. No, I know I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about this. I think
can't believe they're doing it.
I can.
Yo, Sister Act 2 came out 31 years ago.
Right. I was like, Lauryn Hill was relevant. Like that's.
But like, are you really surprised though? Like the way Hollywood is just kind of bereft of ideas. Like they just don't. You know, you gotta come back. You gotta go back to the well, right? Like,
who is it even for? Like, who is this movie
This
for?
is ridiculous.
Like
Hollywood is almost like the game industry. All the good shit is like the indie movies. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it kind of is. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is all this shit, man? Like Sister Act 3? For what?
Look, I saw Sister Act 1.
Like we're in our 40s now, though.
Like I saw Sister Act 1 in theaters. I'm pretty sure I saw Sister Act 2 in theaters. And again, that was 30 years ago.
I don't think I saw either one of them movies.
Yeah, and
I've never seen one front to back.
Really, they're good movies, right? Like they're innocent enough movies. Like the first one came out in 1992, and then they were like, "Oh shit, that made money. We're going
made money. Right.
back in the habit." Oh, I get it.
That's why I didn't see the second one. That's why I didn't see it. Get out of here!
I like puns.
Get out of here with
that
shit.
That was the super black one. That was the super black one. That's the one.
Yeah, that was what the fucking. Yeah, everyone loves that scene when they win the fucking contest or whatever the fuck. Lauryn Hill, all the niggas singing.
What are they competing for? What are they nuts?
No, you gotta sing.
They're teaching kids, and they had a singing contest or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Niggas are gonna be mad at us. I don't give a fuck. It's been fucking 20 plus years since I've seen the goddamn movie.
Look, Whoopi Goldberg plays a criminal. So
she's like a prostitute or something like that, right? Isn't she in the first one?
I don't remember what her no, she was she
was a singer or something.
No, she witnessed.
I thought she was a fake psychic medium.
No, that's that's Ghost.
That's Ghost, nigga. You in trouble, girl. You in danger, girl, or whatever.
Yeah, that's the most famous scene.
The most famous scene according to Tiara. Oh, Ghost. That was so funny. Yeah, that's the most famous scene. No, it isn't.
Oh shit.
Youth. So yeah, I can't imagine why they would want to do. They would want to go back to the well again for this. Again, like you said, Terrence, this is 31 years ago. That's insane to me.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Is Whoopi Goldberg 89 years old? Because Maggie Smith died at 89, and they seemed like. I didn't realize Maggie Smith was that much older than Whoopi Goldberg at the time of that movie. So,
Whoopi Goldberg's got almost 70, I think. She's in her late 60s.
She's 68.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And she spells her name weird. Her name is Karen, but she spells it Caryn.
Why did she pick Goldberg?
I've read that. I've read why she did somewhere. I can't
into
remember.
Hollywood.
Whoopi is after the whoopee cushion, and I'm trying to read why she picked her last name as Goldberg. But I can't find it, and I don't care enough to keep looking. Next up, we don't have anything else.
One account suggests that her mother, Emma Johnson, thought that the family's original surname was, quote, not Jewish enough for her daughter to become a star. Goldberg has said that her family is Jewish, Buddhist, Baptist, and Catholic.
All of them, huh? All of them?
Yeah.
It's like everything. It's all made up any fucking way. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, she said.
I get the whole Pascal's wager thing, but like, I didn't think Pascal was like, yo, why don't you just believe in all of them and then you going somewhere? Shouldn't you just believe in all the gods, and then no matter what happens, you'll make it?
Yo, this is a wild fucking quote. She says, my mother did not name me Whoopi, but Goldberg is my name. It's part of my family, part of my heritage, just like being black. I just know I am Jewish. I practice nothing. I don't go to temple, but I do remember the holidays. People would say, come on, are you Jewish?
Holidays?
Like the high holidays.
Like Jewish holidays. Okay. Like we used to get the Jewish holidays off, and then they were like, yo, we can't have all you niggas out for 8 days. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're not letting you. You get like Yom Kippur, and I don't know what the other one was that we got. But yeah, she was like, would you ask me if I was Jewish if I was white? I bet not. Are you Jewish? I'm confused. Like, it sounds like you're bullshitting.
Do you practice Judaism? What the fuck are you talking about?
She says, I random shit is that? She says,
she sounds trans-religious, guys.
Like, that's such a weird thing to say. Like, what?
She's like that one guy who got drummed out of Congress, where he was like, I'm Jewish, and they were like, you're not Jewish. He was like, no, I said I'm Jewish, and they were like, you're a fucking liar. Get out of Congress. Yeah, he did. What's that? The dude from New York.
What the fuck? That's funny. I'd be like, you know what? Good one, sir. Fuck it.
What's that guy's name?
It was the guy that lied all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I remember Bowen Yang. Yeah, Bowen Yang would make fun of him.
George Santos. Yeah, he was like, no, I didn't say I was Jewish. I said I was Jewish.
I didn't say I was Jewish. I'm saying I'm Jewish. That's funny. I mean,
it is.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a joke that a Jewish person would make, man.
I mean,
like, it's self-deprecating. Like, come on.
Look, I literally, after watching Dad Man Walking, my wife hadn't seen Lobby Baby, so we watched that last night. And you know what? He makes that same joke because he was like, people think I'm Jewish. He was like, I'm Jewish.
Yeah, his name is Myers. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like with the name Seth
Myers.
He's a quarter Jewish, as he says. But
yeah,
but he's like, no, just a white guy. Sorry. My in-laws are Jewish. I didn't tell you that, but I somehow did tell you that. That shit was hilarious. And also Lobby Baby is still fucking funny.
it is.
All right. So there you go. They're making another Sister Act for some fucking reason. Next up, Micah.
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin has joined season 2 of Fallout. Executive produced by Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy, Geneva Robertson Dworet.
Yes.
White people with these names, yo. And Graham Wanger. Fallout is based on the video game series from Bethesda Studios. Wagner. I should know that. That's my son's teacher's name. Their first name. Weird. Fallout is based on the video game series from Bethesda Game Studios, located 20 minutes from here, from where I'm at right now, on Picard Drive. No bullshit. They work on Picard Drive.
Nice. I haven't finished it.
It's a very good show.
I like
surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. And
they kind of knocked it out of the park.
They really did. And I told my wife it was a good show, and she was like, "Oh, you like it? I'm not watching it." Fine, whatever.
All right.
Goodness gracious.
She'll tell
Yeah,
you.
this just goes on. This just goes on more and more about Fallout the show. Look, okay, Macaulay Culkin's in it. Great. The cast is already pretty good.
I don't like the nigga in that show, honestly. To be honest with you, he gets on my fucking nerves.
I can see
It's
that.
his
Yeah,
face.
yeah, I can see that. He's got a very slack-jawed Drake type. Like
He really does. He irritates me. He really irritates me, though.
Yeah,
And it makes me mad because he's like the only black person on this show.
yeah. He's like is him.
God damn it.
Walton Goggins' wife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, she's great.
But she's also kind of like Walton Goggins' wife and their daughter are the only black people in the wasteland.
So
maybe
far.
this is why America votes the way it does. It's like the only way to get rid of that to get rid of that face is to cut the nose off. And we're gonna just blow up everything if it means getting rid of people that don't look like us.
That's
Is that what that's what you want, America? That's what we doing.
I guess people are dumber than shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was a box of
I didn't vote because of Gaza. I'm like, well, when Gaza's glass, don't say shit.
Right.
You know,
Boy, look how that
goddamn thing. Anyway,
they don't care about them. It's just a way for them to distract because they're just pieces of shit. Anyway,
look, this is fine. Look, I like Macaulay Culkin. He's been in roles few and far between over the last 30 years.
Yeah, little brother's been kind of
is Kieran
stealing his shine. Right? I think
Does he
so.
have two brothers or one?
I think he's got two.
Well,
which one is the one that's in Succession?
Kieran Culkin.
Okay.
Did you ever see that clip where he's sitting there with was it Danny DeVito, I think, and Julie Delpy is like, it's really hard being a woman in Hollywood. It's like, I would rather be a minority because at least people are listening to your problems. And Kieran is like,
it's like, bitch, what?
It's like, you do know that there are black women that exist too. Are you aware of that?
Jesus Christ, man.
No one can ever blame Kieran Culkin for being like, or like, you can't say like, oh, he was like cool with what she would say. He was just like, what the fuck? Like, he was just, if he was trying to shrink himself into a small box, like that scene in Succession where his dad sees the dick pic that he had sent, and he's like, he looks across the table at him, and he's just like sorry. Yeah, it was that moment.
Okay, yeah, it's Kieran and Rory. Those are the other two. I don't know, Christian and Shane. I ain't never heard of. I don't fuck know what they are.
No idea.
Right, Rory is the other one. That's an actor. Okay.
All right. Damn, yeah, I gotta finish season 1.
Crazy.
Yeah, I gotta finish season 1 of Fallout. I was enjoying it. I just haven't gotten back to it.
It's very good. It is very good.
All right. There you go. Next up, Amazon's Jack Ryan series has ended. However, it is now getting a feature film. I'm very, very excited about this news. And the cast from the show are all coming back. The sort of the main principal actors. So John Krasinski is coming back as Jack Ryan. Wendell Pierce is confirmed to be coming back. And Michael Kelly is in negotiations to reprise his role as Mike November, who is also a great character on that
Michael
show.
Kelly? Is it John Kelly?
No, Michael Kelly.
That's his name? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
John Kelly is the former.
I thought his name was Doug Stamper.
Yes. Also.
Yeah, that's what.
As he got murdered in the fucking Oval Office. How are you going to cover that one up? That show ended terribly. Yeah. So this is good because I always felt like the one thing about this the Jack Ryan show was like it was so good that it could have been a movie series. For me, it was on par with like Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger, which I love. So yeah, they're bringing back all these people, even the Andrew Bernstein, who served as the executive producer and director on season 2, is directing the film by a script from Aaron Rabin, who served as the co-executive producer and writer on season 4. So, yeah, it's all the same team, which is cool. It'll all still feel relatively the same. So, if you've never watched Jack Ryan, I highly recommend. It's like 4 seasons. It's excellent. It gets a little ridiculous, but
I keep getting Zachary Levi and John Krasinski mixed up.
I get that. I could see it.
Very. They look alike.
Just know, yeah, they do. Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi is
crazy,
a fucking
though,
Trumper, though, right?
Yeah, Zachary Levi.
Yeah, one of them's a lunatic.
Yeah, that's he blamed the failure of Shazam on the fact that he's an RFK Trumper guy.
Yeah, well, he should be happy now.
Vaccines?
Yeah, I hope your teeth fall out from not having fluoride, you fucking idiot. Anyway, thanks for dragging us through your personal hellscape. We all appreciate it. So, yeah, no, look, I think this is great. I hate all of them. I truly do. But in the deepest parts of my soul. Yeah, look, I like this idea. I'm glad everybody is coming back. I hope that it's not just a one and done. Frankly, put what's name in it too. Michael B. Jordan in his character, right? Because that's from the Jack Ryan. and fix that character. Like just have him. I mean, it doesn't have to be just a little small cameo. Like, he's the guy who goes out and does like all the fucking international wet work shit. Like, yeah, bring in some of the, Michael Pena, who plays Ding in the last season. Bring him in too. Give me some fucking Rainbow Six action. Why not? Michael, you watched the show, didn't you?
I love the show. This is my type of adult entertainment. I like
Adult
all this. Well, you know what I mean. Like I like spy. I mean, I like porn, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you give me a spy thriller pornography, I'm going to watch it. But
Jack Reacher.
Jack Reach Around.
Yo, I'm sure there's
It's gotta exist. A triple X parody.
Yeah. Axel Braun is like, yes.
Yeah, this show was surprised. I was actually surprised. This is what let me know, oh, okay, Amazon is here to play. They're here to be a big name in the streaming market. They're not just like throwing out a bunch of nonsense. Like, they're putting money behind their projects. It also is the thing that I'm like, oh, John Krasinski really did want to play Captain America, right? Like, it made me think of him as a leading man, because when you look at the guy, he looks goofy, right? And look, I'm not here to like make fun of the way people look, right? Like, I look amazing, but like, I don't want to like punch down too much.
All right. Let's all settle down here.
But like, when I see John Krasinski, like, I think jarhead, but I don't think the jarhead that he thinks. You know what I mean? Like, you got like a big water head, right?
Yeah, like an actual head.
Yeah, like an actual like Kool-Aid man like shaped head, right? But yeah, he pulled it off. And I think he pulled it off, and he knew he pulled it off, which is why that last season of this show, he was like a borderline James Bond character. Slow down, nigga. Okay. Yeah. You're an X's and O's, ones and zeros guy. You're an analyst. All right. Just stop touching your ear. Right. Like what are we doing? But no, I love this show. And look, anything Wendell Pierce is in, I'm gonna watch.
Yo, I got to tell you, nothing made me like almost angry was at the end of that first season. I was like, they're not bringing Wendell Pierce back. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was so mad. And then it was like, they had like a little epilogue, and it was like, oh, okay, he's coming back for second season. I was like, boy, because I was like, this is a one and done for me, because he was so good in that first season. It was great. Yeah, the cast is just really, really, they have a great dynamic, all of them together in the show, which makes for just really good television. So I don't know why.
I watched the first season. I never went back to it. It's good, but like
That's
other
the
stuff.
that what I would say is that's the slowest season by far.
Mhm.
Like season 2, I think season 2 is probably the best one, actually. That's like where they're in, I don't know, it's like Nicaragua or some shit like that, and trying to like deal with this.
Was that the Venezuela one where they had to
Yeah.
deal with the dictator?
Yeah, right. And that shit was good. That season was really dope, especially the end of that season. So, the other seasons are way more balls to the wall. Like the first season, you're like, this is a good slow burn. It's interesting. They were like, oh, are you all in? Cool. Second season, fucking 2x that shit. Like everything is just like way faster, way more intense. By the fourth season, they're just like, all right, guys, like bring it down. There's definitely a medium. Like, just bring it down a bit, but it's still very fun. Still super fun. All right, next up, studios won Oscar recognition for Inside Out 2 and The Wild Robot Beyond Animated Feature. I think that's valid. I think both of these are valid to be chosen in the Best Picture category as well. What do you guys think? It seems like a stupid.
I really love. I love The Wild Robot. Like, I wouldn't.
All right, I gotta
be
watch
mad.
this movie. I gotta watch.
No,
this
it's,
movie.
it's crazy good. It's crazy good.
I told my wife, I said, Terrence will watch anything, but he watched this movie called The Wild Robot, and she was like, "What's it about?" And I said, I told her what I thought it was about, but I said, Terrence really likes this movie, like a lot, and Terrence, Terrence is a very stoic individual, right? Like he is very jaded. So when something pierces his heart, I got to see it for the curiosity factor alone, right? And if somebody
He's watching a kids movie every weekend, crying alone. This shit is weird. What? I gotta see this.
I think I've watched it like 3 times so far.
3.
Yo,
Jesus
what
Christ.
the fuck?
No, I've seen it twice. I saw it in the theater and then I watched it again.
Nah, this nigga seen it
So
3
twice.
times. He's trying to backtrack. He's like, nah, that's only cute.
Mind your business, nigga.
Exactly.
No,
It's
like
really good.
I literally like I really like this movie a lot. Like I don't know, it's just something. You know when you watch a movie and you just like really like it. You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
I
Like, I really like this
like
fucking movie. It's a cartoon, dude.
like
And
The
I really
Martian.
it.
Like The Martian.
Yeah,
Don't
The
read
Martian's
ahead.
a very fun fucking movie, dude.
It's just
Don't-
good.
I might watch it again
just
this
good.
weekend. Fuck it.
Yeah. Don't
You
read
know?
ahead. We're talking about the Martian. That's the one.
Oh, all right. But no, I could easily see that. I mean, a bunch of movies have come out this year, but I wouldn't be mad if it was if like I liked Inside Out too, but like if I would have picked either one of them, yeah, definitely I would put The Wild Robot in Best Picture. It probably won't win, but
the funny thing is, like,
I wouldn't be mad if it was there.
I mean, I think it's fucked up that they are only relegating animated movies to that category. I mean, what's the name kind of broke that mold? Parasite. It's like it was an international, like best international film, and then it also won Best Picture, which is like has never happened, right? Like, I don't know why are you only relegating, live action American films to Best Picture? Like that's bullshit. Like it's the best film of the year. This is not the American Oscars. It's supposed to just be films, period. So why not? And look, I don't support the idea of animation to be taken seriously by any means, but I mean, I don't even think they should have a best animated category. It seems ridiculous to me. But I think both of these movies really do deserve to get that recognition. I mean, look, I think they're both amazing. If I had to pick one, I agree with you. It'd be Wild Robot. But if there is space for 2, I think Inside Out 2 should absolutely be there too. Like, I think they're both just emotionally charged films. Like, they do a really good job of touching the sort of normal human element that a lot of movies with fucking real people cannot do or haven't been able to do this year. So I don't see why not.
I think it's difficult. Like the reason they invented this category is because animated films wouldn't get recognized.
Right.
So it's very difficult to then be like, we gave you your own category. What more do you want? Right. Like, I feel like that's the attitude, which is bullshit. Right. Like you said, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
It's like, give me credit for the animation and also the fucking acting.
Right.
Voice acting is still acting, and again, the voice acting in this movie is very fucking good. I don't know if you finally watched the American.
I did. Yeah, no, it's great.
You did? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking great, man.
So I don't think there's any reason to hold this back. Like, if it's Wild Robot, like, hey, and also that idea that voice actors are not given the same recognition as like an actor you can actually see. I mean, I think Lupita Nyong'o is really fucking good. Like, it's a crazy great performance. So sure, why not? I don't have a problem with this at all. So we'll see. Last but certainly not least in topics, here you go. Here's my Mass Effect story. Star Wars trilogy deal. Lucasfilms taps Simon Kinberg to write and produce. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to lose money? Do you want it to be critically panned? Do you want fans to hate it? Simon Kinberg, I would argue, has one of the worst track records for a writer-producer in Hollywood in some time. So here are his writer-producer credits. Let's just go down his writing credits and see which movie piques your interest. Triple X State of the Union, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, X-Men Last Stand, Jumper, Sherlock Holmes. I like that movie.
Wait, which one is Jumper?
I like
oh, that's Looper was the other guy, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
Looper
Ryan.
was the dude that did Star Wars, right?
Yeah, Looper
Yeah,
was
Ryan
the good.
I like Looper. I actually like Looper, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Jumper.
Jumper, I don't know what the fuck Jumper is.
No, that's the one with
other
Hayden
one,
Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson. It was awful.
I never
saw
seen it.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. It was fucking terrible. Sherlock Holmes. I like Sherlock Holmes. X-Men, or I'm sorry, we're just doing writing. This Means War, which is one of the most critically panned movies of all time.
Directed by Mick G. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, best of luck with that one. X-Men Days of Future Past. I think it's completely overrated. I don't think that movie's very good at all. Fantastic Four.
The Josh Trank one.
Yeah. The good one.
Oh God! Oh my God! Oh shit!
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yikes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he wrote
Dark
that.
Phoenix.
He wrote Dark Phoenix, the one where they had a man who can't walk do a cripple walk up a fucking flight of stairs. How that wasn't a fucking problem, I do not know. Jesus Christ.
In X-Men Apocalypse, a nigga that could fly died in a helicopter. I mean, in a plane.
He wrote that scene. He was like, I'm fucking killing it. I'm a real
Nailed it.
screenwriter. The 355 also saw that in
I don't even
theaters.
know what that is.
It was fucking terrible.
Was that the Lady Spy movie?
Yes, it was fucking awful.
Oh, this movie. Okay.
And then The Killer's Game. This is the new movie.
Nigga, I know. I watched 40 minutes of that movie. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, I can tell.
with Dave Bautista.
The Killer's
It's
Game.
terrible.
Oh, that yeah.
It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
The one where it's like, you have a terminal illness, so the guy puts a hit out on himself and can't cancel the hit.
Yeah,
he can't. He cancels the hit because like they apparently they start going after his ex-girlfriend, and so he's like, no, I cancel the hit, and then
shenanigans ensue. All right,
dumbness. Like it's even Dave Bautista's not even good in that movie. It's just a fucking terrible movie. It's very violent. A lot of anime. It's a lot of digital blood in that movie.
Nigga, Drew McIntyre's in that movie?
Yes, he is. He plays one of the assassins.
One of the hitmen, I suppose.
One of the hitmen.
Well, I can't imagine him, delivering.
He's not a lead role, if you will.
Yeah. Can't really imagine him delivering a monologue.
Good Lord. Okay, so let's talk about his producer credits, because remember, he's writing and producing. That writing, it's not a good track record, right? So he had Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Producer credits, Jumper, X-Men First Class, This Means War, Elysium, X-Men Days of Future Past, Let's Be Cops, Fantastic Four, Cinderella, Chappie, The Martian. Ding, you get one.
That's a good one. I mean,
Deadpool.
Okay.
Ding, I'll give you two.
that.
Yeah, but how many?
Logan.
How many producers are on those movies? Like he ain't,
Look,
you know,
I'm just
he ain't
saying
the lead producer. You know what I mean?
He's one of them.
he's one of them.
You know, he's one of those dudes. He's one of those dudes that's like let everybody else do the homework, and then like I'm gonna just write my name on it.
I mean, that's what a producer is, right? Like, here's some money. Fucking go make me millions of dollars. X-Men First Class. Logan. Ding. I'll give you 3. Murder on the Orient Express. No. Deadpool 2. Ding. I'll give you that. Dark Phoenix. The New Mutants. Nigga.
No.
The 355.
355.
A Haunting in Venice. And Lift. Wait, isn't Lift the...
Wait, A Haunting in Venice. I think I've seen that. A Haunting in Venice is not bad. A Haunting in Venice.
I like those Poirot movies. I mean, the
one they're the Agatha Christie movies, right?
Yeah, I actually like those movies. The Death on the Nile one was the worst.
Yeah, that one had Wonder Woman.
Yeah, luckily the worst part of it died about 20 minutes in. But it's still not a good movie, in my opinion. But A Haunting in Venice was actually very good.
Okay, so there you go.
A Haunting in Venice.
All right, so you got 4.
Lift.
Yeah, that's the Kevin.
Is that the fucking Kevin Hart? Nope. Womp womp. And the kill. Oh no, you didn't do the Killer Game. Okay.
So there you go. So they're gonna give this guy.
Got like 4.
So they're gonna put. He got 4 wins on producing and 1 in writing. And this nigga has been doing movies since 2005 and has been doing a significant amount of movies since that time. Why are you letting him
to write and produce a Star Wars trilogy?
Trilogy.
Y'all have fun with that. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars, so I have no skin in the game. Have fun.
All right. Cool. Good choice.
Okay.
I mean, look, the best thing you could have done is have him produce it. Just be like, he just produce it.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you let him write it? You know what?
Why did they do that? You
know what? I have a theory. Any good writers worth their salt wouldn't want to do it because Star Wars fans are that terrible. So maybe this is all you can get. You did this to yourselves.
They were like, Jesus Christ, we can't find anyone. Hey, you want to do this? You want to do it?
I'm not busy.
Hey, you want to do it? Like, you want to do it, Simon? You're not doing anything right now, are you? Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's not
Can't
like
be any worse than anything else I've done.
Maybe it's like
I'm not putting it into any of these other projects.
Maybe it's like I imagine that like the studio that the big wigs at Disney are like, hey, you wanna come here for a second, right? And then you come up, right? And then they just hand you a script and they're like, you've been served. And then they just run away. Whenever it's a Star Wars script, they have to do it like they're serving you papers.
Yeah. Like, why is my name already on this?
Like you're a fucking Top Golf and they pop up and they're like, you've been served and run away. Oh no! Like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't want to do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Star Wars fans seem to be horrendous individuals.
Yeah, I can.
All they want to do is complain.
I could totally see why people would not want to sign on to it. I totally understand. So yeah, best of luck with your Simon Kinbergs. No thanks. I think it's one of the worst choices. All right, what the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
A woman asked for divorce after 40 days of marriage due to her husband's poor hygiene.
I know it.
Any guesses? Any preliminary guesses?
I feel like whatever I say is going to be really fucking racist. And I don't want to. I don't want to. I have my ideas. I don't want to. Give me more
hygiene.
Give me more
poor hygiene.
All right, give me more details.
A woman recently filed for divorce from her husband after only 40 days, claiming he only bathed once or twice per month. The unnamed woman approached.
China.
Not China. Not China.
All right. My second guess is equally offensive, but go ahead.
The unnamed woman approached the local family counseling center to complain about her husband's poor hygiene, claiming that he rarely ever bathed, wore dirty clothes, and suffered from bad breath. She could barely stand close to the man, let alone be intimate with him. As a result, after only 40 days of marriage, the woman asked for a divorce. When questioned by the counseling center, the husband admitted to bathing only once or twice per month and cleansing by sprinkling his body with holy water once a week. Terrence, you got any guesses?
Holy war. Nigeria.
No. This hits a little too close to home for one of you.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's India, guys.
I knew it.
It's India.
That was good. That was gonna be my first guess.
It was gonna be my first guess too, and I was like, it feels wrong for me to say that. It just feels wrong.
India. Okay,
I should get a pass, but I don't think that's
man.
It's fucked up.
This is one of the counselors at the family center told reporters that the young couple started getting into heated arguments about the husband's hygiene a few weeks after the wedding. Eventually, the wife left the home and went back to living with her family. Shortly after, her family lodged a dowry harassment complaint at the local police station and requested a divorce. The scorned wife said that Rajesh had bathed 6 times in the last 40 days, a bit more than he usually did.
Oh, good for him.
But only because she insisted. And when hearing upon her decision to divorce him, the husband promised to improve his hygiene and even bathe on a daily basis. But the woman's family said she was unwilling to reconcile with him because she knows that nigga is lying.
Yeah. Get out of there.
Yeah, you know what? I would have accepted. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I would have accepted anywhere where there are white Americans, because for some strange reason,
they don't bathe.
White Americans have no problem not only
telling us that they don't fucking wash
months on end, but telling us that.
Yeah, that's fucking bizarre, man.
Why are you volunteering this information on the internet?
We don't need.
They don't use washcloths.
They don't use washcloths. They don't wash their legs. They don't wash their hands after using the bathroom.
I don't understand the not washing your legs. Like, you're just gonna let the soap run down. Like, you gotta.
That's what they say. No, that's what they say.
That's literally what they say.
They let the soap run down their legs and.
Like, but you gotta scrub it in. Like, I don't use a washcloth. I have one of these like scrubby type of things.
I use the gloves. I use the exfoliating gloves, but I still have washcloths.
Yeah, like
case.
I have one, but like I use this scrub thing. Like, I don't understand this. Like, we live in a society.
I use the scrub thing for my body and the washcloth for my face. What is the problem, yo? Like. And
you wash your face. You don't just shave. You don't just shave and just let the
fall down. Yeah, you just wash your hair and then put soap and shampoo and shit in it, and then just leave it there. It'll fall. You're fine. It'll fall, and then just eventually it'll go all the way down. So
if you use enough head and shoulders just on the top of your head, you're good.
You know what, guys? I got caught in a rainstorm. I'll be fine.
I was in the pool today. You don't need a shower. Like, ugh. Smell like a fucking ocean. Go take a shower. What's wrong with you? No,
I don't like funk.
Yeah,
I don't get it, yo.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that. I don't like smells.
Yeah, I wash my face.
Toilet humor. I don't like smells. I don't like people that don't wash themselves.
Yeah. I don't.
Yuck.
I wash my face several times a day because you sweat a lot here. Like, anytime I'm like, if I go walk the dog, I come back, I'm sweaty. I wash my face again. Like, if I go to the gym, I come home, I take a shower. Like, I don't just like sit in my own filth all day like some sort of goddamn monster. What kind of knuckle dragging Neanderthal would I be? I'd have to be a Trump supporter to live like that. That would be ridiculous.
Is it so hot down there that you have to have like a rag on a stick?
Well, I'm not morbidly obese, so no. I don't. But if I were, then yes.
Yeah, I overheat. Like I get like nigga, it's got to be like 65 degrees before I stop sweating. That's how bad
insane.
it is for me, dude.
Yeah,
Like it's crazy. I hate it. But
yeah, I do not recommend.
yeah, like I in the morning, like if I go when I get up to walk, it's fucking like if it's 60 degrees, I'm in a fucking short sleeve shirt. I can walk around like I'm like a white person. I can walk around in shorts and a short sleeve shirt in 60-degree weather.
I mean, that is your lineage.
Yeah, it's part of my heritage, unfortunately.
You're like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't.
Yeah, I'm Jewish. Like I don't practice. I don't believe in it, but it's there somewhere. It's in me.
I feel it. I feel it in me.
I feel it. I feel it deep down. I don't like it. I need to exercise that demon.
I'm funny and I complain a lot. I'm Jewish, guys.
Well, yeah, what kind of
that's some weird logic.
That quote was in her Wikipedia, Like
it's like I feel like I'm Jewish. I don't know. Never been told. I feel a little Jewish. Really?
No, it's
okay.
No, wash your body, Like stop.
Yeah, that's gross. That's disgusting. Don't
once every 40 days. Ugh.
Stop being dirty.
Yeah, I guarantee you, everyone finds you repulsive. Everyone. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Fake doctor performs delicate procedures for 20 years before finally getting arrested.
20 years? Is it that little black dude again? That kept getting
kid from Florida.
Yeah. Trying to be a fake doctor.
That nigga started scamming at 15, though. Like, what the fuck? Hey, kudos to him. Black excellence, goddammit.
I mean, it is.
A 36-year-old man who admitted to having only a 9th grade education has been arrested for performing penis enlargement procedures for 20 years without a medical license. 36-year-old man from this city in this place was arrested last week following a sting operation at a townhouse where he had been conducting various penis enlargement procedures over the last 2 decades.
Oh, this is obvious.
To advertising his
Philadelphia. This is obvious.
So he's pretending to be a doctor.
A surgeon?
Pretty much. He admitted to advertising his services via local media, via social media, and operating on at least 2 or 3 patients every month, despite having no medical training or license. He told the police that he had taught himself how to do implants when he was 14 and had been doing it ever since. Unfortunately, he was reported to the authorities by a disgruntled patient who suffered a serious infection following a silicone injection. Micah,
well, you say doctor, and I wanted to be like, oh, China, right? Because like they like to be doctors and stuff over there. Where is this? I'm gonna say, you know what? This has to be some American shit, right?
Yeah,
this has to be some fake it till you make it American bullshit, right?
American
so
exceptionalism.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say Arizona. Why not?
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona.
No, it is in Thailand.
Wow,
Thailand.
Just wild wrong. Yeah,
that's close.
His name is what the fuck is his nickname?
Yeah. Nah, go ahead.
Kitty Comb Songsri. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going with. Kitty Comb Songsri.
Diddy Kong Salsry? What was it?
Diddy.
I'm being an asshole.
Hey, Kitty Comb Songsri. I'm assuming that all of the syllables are pronounced correctly because it's a different language than fucking English. And English is dumb. Yeah, police working with officials from the Department of Health Service Support arranged for an undercover agent to contact the unlicensed doctor and pose as a prospective client when he was invited to Songsri's townhouse. For the procedure, a team of officers raided the place and arrested the fake doctor. He admitted to only completing what the fuck? Mathayom Suksa. Oh, 9th grade. What the fuck? So Mathayom Suksa 3 is 9th grade. Okay. Adding that he had taught himself how to conduct the delicate procedures when he was a teenager.
Cool.
During questioning, he told investigators that he had provided the services for the last 20 years and that he was currently charging between 5,000 baht, which is 150 bucks, and 20,000 baht, which is 600 per procedure. He'd been charged with running an unauthorized medical clinic and providing medical services without a license.
Okay.
He's also facing legal action from the client whose silicone implant he botched, causing serious infection and erectile dysfunction.
What amount of money are you willing to pay to have a random dude in a townhouse inject your penis with silicone? With Fix-A-Flat? What are you doing? This is
no, nothing. I don't need it.
Like what the fuck? Like
it's only $600. Wow, what a deal! That's definitely where I want to be saving money. Oh, kitty corn, what are you doing? What?
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, injecting your penis with silicone is fucking crazy. But women put that shit under their chest too, so I find that equally insane. Best of luck with your boy Kitty Corn Songry. Man who can't stop sniffing neighbor's shoes gets suspended prison sentence.
Yo, China. Japan. I'm sorry.
Is Japan.
It's Japan. Yeah,
I was about to say.
I got it mixed up for a second. I'm sorry. I was being offensive for a second. It was Japan. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Micah, do you have a guess? You go in Japan?
That was my guess. It was. Who could say Japan faster? That's what this was.
28-year-old Greek man was recently.
Wow. Okay.
Greek. Yeah. Wow.
Shout out to.
Right.
This is Stavros.
If you'd have said can't stop sniffing bare butts, then I'm like, oh well, that's a Greek guy.
Convicted of causing a
sniffing on Merrick Boulevard, like Merritt Avenue.
Oh, 100%. Like this is definitely.
Okay.
Causing a disturbance by repeatedly trespassing on his neighbors and smelling their shoes. The unnamed man was arrested in October after his neighbors in a small town of about 15 miles spotted him in their yard just before dawn, sniffing their shoes they had left outside to air. This was not the man's first time trespassing on private property for the same bizarre reason, so the neighbors called the police. Upon hearing the 28-year-old man's explanation and the testimony of one of the neighbors, the single-member misdemeanor court of Themyscira issued a suspended sentence of 1 month in prison with 3 years probation. What if you walked outside?
Is that worth? That's a Laniki.
That's what I said. Somehow Themyscira was easier to say. What is your reaction? You walk outside and you see a strange dude smelling your family's shoes. Like that feels like, I don't know that you fight that person because it's so weird. I'd be like, can you just?
Yeah, part of me feels bad about it, but like at the same time, like get off my property. I'm like, get off my lawn.
I just be like, get the fuck off my lawn. But at the same time, I'm like, this nigga's a weirdo. So like, I don't know what else he's capable of. So I'd be a little afraid to be.
I'd be like, yo, like, this is gonna cost you $50. Like I need some money. Like, come on. And he's like, can I keep the shoes? 50. No. $50 one-time fee. Get out of here.
Get. I don't know, man. This is fucking weird. I'd be a little freaked out.
Yeah, no, this is strange.
Dude started smelling my Pro Keds or some shit like that. I don't. It's weird.
Get away from me. Yeah, pretty strange. Pretty strange. One trailer this week, F, Marry, Kill. This is about.
I didn't watch the damn trailer.
Here, I'll give you a synopsis. This looks terrible. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it during the what the fuck segment, and then I was just like, I can't do this. I can't. This is maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Going by the still of that show, the still that shows the cast of characters. I'm going to say not. This looks like a bunch of people who would wear blue bracelets to prove that they're one of the good ones. That's something that I heard people are doing now. They're wearing.
What does that even mean? Blue for like Democrat?
Yep. That's something that I heard people are doing now to prove to.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Prove to who? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Wait,
What?
say the whole thing again.
So I hear that the people who I complain about the most are doing the most again, and they are wearing blue bracelets to signify that they are not the ones who are the problem in this country.
Cool. They should put safety. Maybe that'll fucking help.
It's that safety
Grow
pin
up.
grift all over again.
Grow up.
Right.
Grow up. Just grow up. Hey, did you vote for Trump? No, I'm not a fucking moron. Yeah, that was all the confirmation I needed. Thank you very much. Anyway, just move on. Who cares? You don't have to wear a bracelet. You don't have to wear pieces of flair. This isn't fucking Germany yet. Our education system.
Yo, come on, man. Like, what do we do? Like, this is why people hate liberals. Because that's some
It's
liberal
so
shit, dude.
annoying, yo.
That's
It's
some liberal
so
shit to
fucking
do, dude.
annoying.
I have a little
come
blue
on,
bracelet on. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you take it, you and your bracelet, and walk into incoming traffic? Shut up. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm just so tired.
If you're doing too much, yo, relax.
Just relax.
Yo.
Just relax.
Yo, you don't have to do all that. Like, if you really want to help, give me $100.
Yo, don't do that.
What the fuck? Nah, fuck that.
Know
Like,
your
they owe me
worth,
money.
King. 200.
Like 300.
I'm oppressed.
Yeah. Whatever you want to give me.
I'll take anything.
In the arms of an angel, nigga. Give me money.
Oh, shit. Sarah McLachlan right there. Look, I'll give the log line for this movie. This is.
I watched the trailer. I watched about 30 seconds of the trailer. Those characters automatically annoyed me. I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm too old.
When True Crime Junkie Eva is shoved into a dating app world by her besties. Ugh, all right, I'm done. Never mind. I can't. The besties seriously. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Yeah, I'm not reading that. I can't read.
Did you tell a story once where you said you was out to lunch with some people and they said you want to order some appies or some shit like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Nigga, I'd have left. I'd have went home. I'm going.
Why are we talking like
send me an email?
Infants? Like, that's fucking annoying. That woman was really. She was like if Rachel Ray was a real person, like alive, walking around. It was like, ugh, get out of here. Look, that's all we have today. I'll end it with I forgot to mention this in the checked out. I'm listening to the audio book of the book You, like the series about the serial killer. The book is better than the show. Like, the guy who's reading it sounds a lot like the guy who played the character. Yeah, he actually kind of sounds like him. He's far more demented in the book. Like, he's a real piece of shit, and you can just sort of hear his psychosis building. Like, no, you love me, and blah blah blah. It's like, nigga, she don't even know you. Like, you'll relax. It's good. It's super good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So if you haven't seen that show or you really like that show, I would recommend the audiobook. So far, so good. All right, that's it for us. Any other parting words, gentlemen?
USA Today: women upset over presidential election results signal support with blue beaded bracelets.
I heard they're not fucking, by the way. Like that's they're bringing the Japanese or the Korean 4B movement. They're like if you voted for Trump,
Chirac.
Yeah,
right. That's what that is.
Yeah. I mean, that was based on an old Greek play. Yeah, like if you voted for Trump, you don't get to see any parts of a pussy. So good. Good. You should stick to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck, conservatives.
For
It's
the
not
next
like
4 years.
no, forever. Fuck them.
No, for like
Make their lineage die out. Like fuck them. Go be with one of those trad wives that you love so much, who can't think for themselves. Anyway, we'll be back next week. I'll try to get over my anger. I won't, but I'll try.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
No.
It's just not.
I'm just gonna sprinkle that shit in to every conversation and how much I
just randomly.
Oh, do you like porn? They're gonna ban it nationally. You dumb fuck. You should have voted for the other person. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Take it easy.